come up with that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium with me, XFL, USFL, CFL, MLFB, whatever. Jim, joined, as always, by my lovely, illustrious co-host from the bed. We're getting some bedside manner right here from Chase. Lupine Fiasco, the Wolf of Oaklawn Sesums. How you doing, buddy? It's been a long week.
It has. I'll be honest. I thought you had slept through this one, and I wasn't going to begrudge you.
I did fall asleep. After the Stars Maulers game near the end there, I did conk out for a little bit, and then I woke up and I was like, "Hey, you want to do this?" And then I fell back asleep for like 5 more minutes, and then Chase is like, yeah, let's do this."
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll make this happen, I suppose. It's good. It's good that we do this because I'm taking the family to the beach. Not this coming week, but the week following. So there's going to be, not as much gym time in my life because of stupid family.
What beach you going to?
Somewhere on the Redneck Riviera. I think it's like Christian Pass, Mississippi, or something like that, or Pass Christian, Mississippi.
Mississippi beach.
Yeah, but that means Mississippi sports books.
That's true. I'm making my road trip here in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Canton for the USFL, baby.
Woohoo! Nice.
I'm road tripping it too. I'm driving all the way from Nebraska to Canton, Ohio. That's a 16-hour roadway across the ass crack of America, as I like to call it.
Yeah, man. Anyone? You meeting anybody up with anybody out there, or are you just?
Our buddy Eric might be.
Okay.
He might get a ticket and go there. But this ex-league football player Jabari Williams said he's going to be there in Canton.
Yeah.
So I think there that weekend I might be meeting up with him and going out partying with some football players.
Don't get kidnapped by the Yakuza. My first rule of dealing with ex-league players for you. Well, yeah, it would be awesome. Don't get me wrong. And I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, you definitely have a being kidnapped fetish.
Yeah, it's kind of been playing itself out in some videos and whatnot. Yeah, maybe it'd be fun. Maybe I get some good content out of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just when the Yakuza tell you to cut off one of your own fingers, just cut it off, dude.
Exactly, just no questions asked.
Yeah, that's all they ask.
I'm a go with the flow kind of guy. If they're just like cut off like the second knuckle of your pinky, I'm just like, well, okay, I guess I'm.
It's like shit.
Finger. Yeah.
Sometimes motherfuckers gotta have 9 fingers. No big deal.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes shit happens. This will be my first solo road trip that I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, usually when I road trip, I've been with somebody. This is my first time doing it like completely solo. It'll be kind of
how long is this drive?
It's about a 16-hour drive if you go straight through. I'm gonna be making a couple stops along the way.
I did from Traverse City, Michigan, back to Little Rock by myself, and that was a mother.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I think that was like 19 hours. I've driven to like Savannah, Georgia, back and forth by myself. That's like 12 hours one way.
Yeah, the most I've ever done by myself was LA to San Francisco, and that's only 6.5.
I think you can handle it.
I think so too, especially like I'm gonna make stops and just like have some fun with it. And I'm getting a good MPG car, so I don't have to worry about gas prices as much.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's the other big issue, because I was like, do I want to get a plane ticket and fly? But a plane ticket was around $500 by itself, and then I would have to rent a car anyway. It's either rent a car or just Uber around Canton the whole time, and I'd rather save the Ubers for the nights that I'm going to go out drinking.
Yeah, good point.
Otherwise, I'd like to just be able to drive around and do what I want.
Yeah, man. I can't believe... I guess I haven't looked at plane tickets in a while.
They're pricey, dude. With the price of like gas and everything going up, plane tickets have shot up too.
Yeah.
And like I'd have to drive anyway if I wanted to fly. Like I'd have to drive to the airport because I have to drive all the way to Omaha to get
Yeah.
like any reasonable ticket price. Because if I'm flying out of Grand Island or where I'm at, it'd be super super expensive, and I
Yeah.
would just have to fly to like Grand Island would be so dumb because I'd have to fly to Grand Island and then go down to Dallas and then go up to Ohio.
Right. Right. Where Grand Island, where you have direct flights anywhere, so long as it's Dallas.
So long as it's Dallas, because I think Kearney used. I think I could maybe go to Kearney because I think Kearney does direct flights to Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then from Chicago I can make it to Ohio, but then that's still like however long of a layover, and that's still like $500 plus a $400 rental car. So I just burned the 400, got a rental car, and I was like, well, I'll burn on gas, so that's fine.
There you go. Well, I mean, you be safe. That's all I gotta
I'm
say.
excited, dude. The USFL Championships, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have money on what I believe will be the two teams playing. I'm still on the Breakers Stars showdown.
Breaker Stars. I think that's a good matchup. I worry a lot about my Breakers these days.
You should. Kyle Sloter's still very banged up, and
Yeah.
they lead the league. I don't know about this week with the as many turnovers as the Bandits had in that game, but they coming into this week they did lead the league in turnovers.
He's like an injury interception like pinata. Like if you hit it just right and it's injured, it will just start coughing up footballs for everybody to just pick up and take away.
That was an insane game today. The friggin' Breakers, man.
Yeah.
It was a defensive slugfest, which I was talking with some people. They were really on the Breakers and the over this year, and these last like 3 games have just been unders solidly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where can I
Yeah.
see? Dude, boom. Okay, so yeah, total turnovers. There was 2 Breakers turnovers, a fumble and an interception, and then 4 turnovers for the Bandits today. 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions for Jordan Ta'amu.
Jesus Christ.
It was a fun, rough game. Lots
The
of
good
sacks
news,
too. Jordan Ta'amu was getting beat to hell out there.
I feel like the good news for some of these USFL teams is that they're about to be dead and they can just start thinking about next year. You
I
know,
mean, that's
like
every team except for the Breakers,
the
Breakers,
Breakers, the
Stallions.
Stallions, the Stars, and the Generals.
Yep, every other team can start their eyes on the future. If I'm the Maulers, I'm looking to fire Kirby Wilson ASAP.
Listen, if it, yeah, that's probably the first move you make, quite honestly.
Did you hear him fucking talk to one of his offensive linemen?
No, I
So
didn't.
this guy comes in because he's injured. He comes on the sideline. So I forget the player's name. And Kirby Wilson's like looking in the face, like, "Is this professional football? Are we playing professional football right now? This is professional football." And
Yeah.
I was just like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?"
Don't you wish someone had taken him aside and given him the same talking to whenever he, let someone go
Like
over
every
chicken
week.
salad and pizza? Yeah. Do you think I really feel like that's what the running back should have said. I can't even remember his Jones. What is it? Who got cut? What is his
Wasn't
name?
it Davion? Wasn't it Davion Smith?
Davion Smith. That's right, Davion Smith. I feel like that's what Davion Smith should have said directly to him as he was
It's like,
being
"Isn't
cut.
this
Like, are we?
professional football?"
Is this professional football? Are we playing professional football right now? What the hell is going on?
So
Yeah. Sorry, Kirby. We had high hopes for you, but
we were
you
both
got
very
to
high.
go. You have got to go.
I think also like Jeff Fisher and Todd Haley have to be, and Kevin Sumlin have to be thinking they're stars that he's like taking the heat off of them because Todd Haley especially is probably the most underachieving coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where he
I,
couldn't
I
beat a single team that had a winning record.
I do feel like there are 3 coaches that are fireable after this season, and they are Kirby, Haley, and someone.
Yeah, like Jeff Fisher's really skating by. Like his quarterback play has improved these last couple weeks. The offenses looked good. Like they looked good in their last couple of games. They
Yeah.
almost beat the Generals this last week. They didn't almost beat the Stars, but that was still like a fun game, and that was a weird Paxton Lynch game. But like they've looked competitive at points. They've had a good defense, but I don't know what the hell Kevin Sumlin's done until this week where they beat
Yeah.
the Stallions. They upset the
Right.
Stallions.
I I will say though, in regards to Jeff Fisher, maybe add him to the list, make him number 4 for
Well, like
coaches who.
you could fire those guys. You could, or like you could definitely be okay with them walking.
Yeah,
But I feel like everyone except Kirby Wilson, you're kind of okay potentially giving another shot.
yeah. I don't know. Here's the deal: is Jeff Fisher lost me as soon as he turned that hat backwards and went into narc Jeff Fisher mode. Like, as soon as he started looking like a plainclothes narc, I was pretty well done with Jeff Fisher. It's like, all right, man, sorry, but you've made an enemy.
That's fair. I still
Yeah,
feel like you could kind of see reason to bring anyone back except Kirby. I would be, if you're like a Panthers fan, you're kind of okay either way.
yeah,
Same if you're like a Bandits or a Gamblers fan, you're kind of like, okay, we can part ways here. We can mutually just
yeah.
let this one go. We don't need to fire you, but also like you don't need to come back. It's fine.
It's just you don't necessarily have to leave, but I think now what you do is you sign Spencer Rattler right out of South Carolina.
That would
That's
be amazing.
that's the next move. You go old school USFL. You start throwing stupid money at
Just
sophomores
start
and
throwing it at freshmen. Get
yeah,
Quinn
why
Ewers
not?
in there.
Yeah, why not? You really think Bryce Young needed to play college football again this year? No. You start
No,
making
but
money, son.
also like if
He's
you're
also
going for
probably
that,
making about $1 million.
I was gonna say if you're doing that, I don't know if you can afford those
Yeah,
kinds of players. Like you're not matching a Lamborghini sponsorship that like a B. John Robbins is getting at
yeah.
Texas.
That's the problem. Is you know, back in the day, you could get into a bidding war with Alabama because it was they still had to keep the bidding hush hush. Now they don't have to keep the bidding hush hush anymore. You don't want to get into a bidding war with Alabama
Well, it was
Alabama
like the XFL in
boosters.
2020. They had that guy from West Virginia who got bounced from West Virginia for some reason for like go to check on his mom when she was in the hospital, and then he
Right,
jumped in on the XFL and they paid him to do it. So
right,
it's like he's getting something. Now
right,
you have to compete with these colleges that are like, oh yeah, this kid's getting like $200,000 when
right.
these leagues are only able to offer like 50 to 60 grand.
He's getting 200,000 a year, and he's also getting submarine sandwiches anytime he pleases. You
Yeah, you're
know?
trying to offer like this offensive line, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's sponsored by every bar in town.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, are you kidding me? I get 250,000. I drink for free, and I have chicken fingers 24 hours a day.
I have people feed me chicken fingers. That's how
Yeah,
big of a deal I am.
I'm fanned with palm fronds, and I dip my chicken fingers into sauces.
Since it's the season for it, do you know of any notable NILs with baseball? Because I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Man, I don't know. You know what's crazy is you. I don't think baseball players get like full scholarships either.
Is that
Um,
true?
that's what I've always heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's always been my understanding that they only get like half scholarships or like three quarter or something like that. They
That's
don't get full rides.
that's fucked up. You know what other fucked up thing I heard about with NIL though is any foreign player doesn't get to
Mhm.
participate in NIL.
Any foreign player?
Yeah, like if you're like say if you're a basketball team, like a
Yeah,
college basketball team, and you have a player that's from like
you bring up
Australia
someone from the Congo or something,
or something
and
like that,
yeah,
they can't do any NIL deals because their visa won't allow it. They would have to change their visa to a business visa.
I think
I feel
that's
like I
just bullshit.
yeah
Is what that feels like.
yeah because they're coming on a student visa, and I don't think that allows them to work to earn like a certain amount of money over a certain threshold.
I mean, you don't have to report it.
I think you do. I think that's kind of been a whole
I
thing.
mean,
That's
you
that's been a
do.
whole storyline with this is these players paying their taxes.
I mean, you
Just don't pay
do,
taxes, players.
but do you?
I mean, if they're paid in cash, just like pay them in cash,
Exactly, man. Exactly. Cash businesses.
or just pay
Like
them
the olden days of college football
like the
payments.
good old SMU days.
Yeah, when you could just like get a Camaro loaded with cash in the trunk
It's like,
for
hey, we just
Dickerson.
gave him this Camaro. We don't know if there's anything else in there.
Oh, it
That
was
could.
his grandma's name. First of all, it was in his grandma's name. I just want to throw that out there.
Second of all, it's just a car. We're just giving him a car. It's not like we're
Yeah.
giving him money. Yeah, there happens to be $30,000 in cash in the trunk of this Camaro, but that's nothing. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, and a kilo of Colombian Bam Bam.
What school is doing that? What school is giving that kilo away?
A&M. It's always A&M.
Yeah, it's. I think I'm still rolling with SMU. SMU still got some.
It's still SMU. SMU has never changed up their tactics. It's just the game has changed, and their tactics have stopped working for decades.
Yeah, they're just like, we're gonna keep trying, but now the other schools are doing it. It just doesn't work the same.
I blame Craig James 100%. It is all Craig James's fault.
He ruined everything for them.
For everyone. For everyone.
God damn it. God damn you, Craig James. So the title of this episode, I decided to name it "What is a Foreskin?" Because we didn't get to record
one
last
less
week.
than a 5 skin.
We didn't get to record last week, and you and me had this conversation.
I don't even remember how the conversation started or where it went.
It became like, does Larry Fedora have a foreskin? Because is it like a suit of armor, or is it like an extension of your body, or like an exoskeleton?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna let you just take us on our journey here, and
I think we were talking about. It started with like, does Larry Fedora wear any like extra clothing or anything like that? But he's a he's a God-fearing man who believes that football saved America and football is the reason we won World War II.
Yes. Okay. I'm all right. I'm getting back with you. Okay.
And then somewhere in there, we talked about foreskin. I don't know how it got from there to there.
Yeah.
But it did.
Right. And the question was, does Larry Fedora think you're less of a man for not having foreskin or for having foreskin?
Yes, because Larry Fedora is all about that like football guy, manly man mentality.
Right.
And I'm of the idea that he thinks you're less of a man if you do have a foreskin, because it's extra. It's like it's extra armor.
Right. But it's not like you went to a blacksmith and you were like, "Hey, get out your hot tongs
a real
and
man would lop that off."
No, get out your hot tongs and your anvil. Why don't you hammer me out a skin for my dong head? No, it's not. I don't know, man. Like I don't know.
A real man doesn't have a foreskin, and a real man doesn't use a condom. That's the Larry Fedora way.
So yeah, that's true. That makes me feel like a real man probably has like a yeast infection or something. Also,
a real man has multiple infections at any given time.
That's a good point. That is an excellent point. I'm always fighting off just fucking like Legionnaire's disease and shit.
Now I'm just wondering, like, Larry Fedora's just walking around with like multiple different STIs and like just random infections. He just like always makes sure, like, throughout the year, he's like, I always have to make sure I at least get tetanus once.
Yeah. It's just it's a program. It's a program that I'm on, and that's how it starts off with the tetanus. I roll into I get a chlamydia. I get rid of the chlamydia. I reinfect myself with the chlamydia, and then I roll back out of tetanus.
Larry Fedora's just like walking around, and he's just like taking his morning walks. He walks past a construction site. He's like, "Oh, you know what? I haven't had tetanus in a while." Just walks in, finds a board, and just slams his hand on a nail.
Yeah. I hope for this, just based on this, that he has his own private bathroom.
I think he does. He would.
Probably. Yeah.
So, bringing on our guest, Larry Fedora.
Yeah. Hey, Larry Bear. How's it going, buddy?
The other conversation I was having with people, and it kind of made me want to like break down with you. What like sexual preferences like for college football coaches? And we could go conference by conference, or we could just like start for a specific conference this week. I thought, why not go ahead and do the SEC?
Might as well. We're already, yeah. I mean, we're talking the New Orleans Breakers. They're already in SEC country.
They're SEC country. So, Clark
so
Lee,
positions, or are we talking like sexual peccadillos? Like what they're like into?
Everything.
Okay.
Like Clark
Okay.
Lee for Vanderbilt.
I've never seen Clark Lee, but based on that name, I think it's going to be just boring ass missionary.
Big bald guy. I'm thinking missionary or like
Oh, he's
doggy, where his wife slash girlfriend just has her head down the whole time, and it's
like
just like,
under pillows and stuff.
yeah, like she's just like covering her head, and he's just going to town for like
I
4 or 5 minutes.
I don't know. For heavier guys, I always imagine them, probably on bottom, and the poor
He's not
girl
like heavy.
feeling like she's riding like a sack of like sweaty mashed potatoes.
He does look sweaty. He shines. He glistens.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But being a coach at Vanderbilt makes me think that he's a giver in some regards.
Oh,
Like
so he's
he's
just a straight up Colonel Lingus.
either that or he's like really into like seeing BT. Like because
Okay, what the fuck is that?
you're a head coach at Vanderbilt. You're probably into cock and ball torture.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was putting it together. I got the C and B
Yeah.
part. I was like, what is the T?
CBT.
Teasing?
He's
Um,
probably in like you're a head coach at Vanderbilt. That's
yeah.
not fun.
Yeah, but also we had this discussion. I mean,
He is living in Nashville though, which is nice.
well, you take you take your like work life personality, and you're probably the inverse in the bedroom. So maybe since he is obviously on the football field a submissive pig boy bitch,
Do
when
you
he's
think
in his
he's like
personal life,
a
he's a
dominant?
big daddy
Oh,
dom, probably
Big
like a
Daddy
leather.
Dom. His wife's a brat. Yeah, he's into
Yeah,
some leathery shit.
yeah,
No,
he's a
I
leather
bet.
daddy. He's a big leather daddy dom.
Up next, Brian Harson at Auburn. So he comes from Boise. He comes from
Yeah.
Idaho. He really strikes me as like the boring missionary guy who
He
like.
strikes me as an incel who is super ragey.
So like I think he does get ragey. I think he's banging his wife out, and then he's
Hmm.
like really mad the whole. Like he rage fucks her for like 2-3 minutes, and then like has a cry.
I'm gonna say he's straight up incel. He's never consummated.
You don't think ever? You don't think back in Idaho? This is your
I
just
mean,
hate of Auburn coming
yeah,
through.
it's exactly what it is. Yeah, that
So
is.
just an aside, when Auburn's also, I believe, in the College World Series, how happy were you that Tennessee got busted and booted?
I mean, that's kind of cool to see because they really seem like assholes. Also, I mean, I don't know, Notre Dame making it, that feels kind of like a story. Probably, I don't think they've been. I don't know when
I don't
they've
think in a
ever
while.
been. Yeah, probably at least not since like the Jeff Smarja days. Um, I don't even think then, but yeah, no. Seeing bad things happen to Tennessee, seeing bad things happen to Auburn. Um,
It just brings a sparkle to your eye. I've
yeah, it
noticed.
does. It does. It's just like
Like
an
when
angel got it.
really bad things happen, especially to Auburn. When bad things happen to Auburn or anything Auburn related, I see a twinkle in your eye.
Yeah, yeah. It's an angel gets his wings, and fucking
A southern
a
a
kid with a
southern
disability gets special shoes.
when bad things happen to Auburn, a special Southern Angel gets like a nice meal, like a
Yeah,
nice like shrimp and grits meal.
yeah. It's just a slab of ribs.
What about Billy Napier over at Florida?
Billy Napier at Florida. Let's see. I'm gonna say
I bet so. He was in Louisiana for a long time.
yeah,
I bet he's
yeah.
into some like sloppy, sweaty orgy action.
I'm gonna say his thing is putting the tarp down and getting out that good ass baby oil.
Yes, getting like real oily with it and like
Yeah,
kind of like it starts out like wrestling. It starts out like old Greek style wrestling and then it just turns into like
I
really
think he
intense
gives
lovemaking.
erotic Nuru massages with his entire body.
You think he taught all those masseuses that helped Deshaun out?
God, I hope not. Well, apparently the only people who helped Deshaun were the Texans and taught him how to use NDAs. Like, wow, how bad can a football pro? You just
I bet
approach
it,
looking Baylor bad.
I bet it gets to 30. I bet it'll get to 30 women.
I bet, yeah.
Like he was
Uh,
having a new masseuse every week while he was at the Texans. That's how it seems like.
Yeah, and going to Kinko's twice a week to get new copies of his NDAs that the Houston Texans helped set up for him.
Fucking,
Yeah,
that's
that is
insane.
Baylor bad.
Eli Drinkwitz from Missouri. So I'm looking at this picture. He doesn't have like the strongest chin.
Food play.
Yeah, that's what I'm get. That's what his picture really screamed. It's like they
Yeah,
go out to like a couple different restaurants, and then like they have like a specific bed.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Get the ketchup, get the mayo, throw
yeah, dude.
lettuce at each other.
Yeah, they're not just doing this with sweet things like
No,
pies and
they're getting
whipped cream.
savory in there.
Yeah, they're
There's
getting
like
they're getting umami with it. You know,
there's some fried chicken legs in there too.
yeah, 100%. Like that weird scene in Killer Joe.
Oh, dude, it's their bedroom. There's a lot of smells going on there.
And you know what? Not all of them unpleasant.
No.
Fried chicken always smells good.
First thing that Eli Drinkwitz says when he meets you, he's like, "Hey, you ever been to Golden Corral, brother?" Shane Beamer.
Take you to see the chocolate fountain, then I'll take you home to see the chocolate fountain.
Oh,
You know?
oh.
Oh.
Go
ahead.
At the Chinese buffet. So Shane Beamer, new head coach of South Carolina. I also want to just like pause it. Throw in Will Muschamp. Will Muschamp is like a really angry fuck. He's just an angry person. He only does things angrily.
Yeah, I think he just does some weird primal scream thing.
Yeah, he's a wild ape out there.
Yeah, he is.
But Shane Beamer, I don't know.
I don't know enough about Shane Beamer.
He's an unknown.
Is he? I mean, he's Big Beamer's son, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Silly putty. He's in a silly putty. I'm just thinking of his dad's neck now.
No, I could see that, or I could see like balloons. Shane Beamer's into like popping balloons and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen the video about the guy who has a balloon fetish?
There are many videos. I need you to specify.
I can't remember what the series was, but it was on like AMC or something.
Oh, you're talking about My Strange Addiction?
Yes, and the guy who was like going to Party City, he was going to, like car dealerships.
Yep.
Yeah, that was here.
That's in Arkansas?
That in this town.
That's amazing.
I remember my mom watching it and firing off an email back in the day and being like, "You mean this guy goes to my Party City?"
He fucks my balloons.
You mean half of those balloons back there are rape victims more than likely? Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
No,
well, actually,
I don't think there's a return policy. I think he has to buy those.
Yeah, he probably doesn't bring them back. But yeah, that gentleman was here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah.
I hope he's thriving.
I think he is. I don't see him around much or ever.
I think he's too busy being inside and fucking balloons, that's a full-time commitment.
He swears that he never had sex with those balloons, by the way. He just loved them.
You can say that all you want, man. There's no shame.
Right.
There's no shame in it. Just like there's no shame in Shane Beamer
being into balloon play.
Yeah. He's into like the specific ones where like he'll put a balloon on his stomach and have a woman pop it.
And then like fall through it onto his stomach?
Yeah, like she squats and like pops it on while she's like squatting on him.
How does just with body weight or does
Yep, just with body weight.
I already know too much.
Just with body weight. Okay. Maybe she'll squeeze it with her thighs. Shane Beamer is into this shit. Mike Leach. Now, this is kind of a tough one for me.
This is a tough one.
Because Mike Leach is an enigma of a person.
Yes, he is.
So the obvious one that comes to mind is just pirate play. Like it's just role play as a pirate.
Sure. That gets kind of rapey, though.
Mike Leach could strike me as kind of rapey.
Is it the dead eyes?
It's like he's always got like something behind his eyes, but I feel like his book is called Swing Your Sword. He has a statue of a pirate in his office. I feel like he likes to cosplay as a pirate and do a little like some what do they call it? Consensual non-consent.
Okay.
Like get a little risky with it.
Okay, so definitely safe words at play with
Yeah,
Mike.
like safe
Okay.
words at play, but like he'll have a long night at the office, at the school. He'll come home at like 2:30, 3 in the morning, just bust down the door, then they'll start going to town.
I'll just climb through the bathroom window
Yeah, he'll just like
with a
climb through the
mask
window,
on.
sneak into the house with his
Yeah,
Zorro mask on, and just start banging his wife.
yeah. I'm the intruder. You are the matador.
But
That sort of
it's
thing.
in that Mike Leach like accent. And he's trying to explain.
Yeah,
He's like telling her a story while they're doing it.
yeah, yeah. And it's about pirates. It's
Uh
about Tortuga.
oh yeah, Josh Heupel for Tennessee. Now, if you wouldn't have said food play for the other guy,
Exactly.
this
Yes.
is food because he's just a fat fuck.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think he's a diaper baby.
So that's a good one. I was gonna say inflation. Like
Oh,
like he likes to
okay.
get filled with air and like pretend he's a hot balloon.
It's, I feel like we got to stray away from the balloon
No, no,
play
no,
though.
no. Like he's just filled with air
He is
himself.
the balloon. Okay.
He's just a big boy.
Yeah.
That or like
Yeah.
he's into being force fed. Like it's not food play. It's like his wife like force feeds him.
I think he's a diaper baby. I think he's
I
powdered,
could see it. His
powdered,
face does
diped,
scream diaper
wiped.
baby.
Yeah, he's a 100% into diaper play.
You think he just wears a diaper 24/7 then?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I
It's a
mean, 100%.
lifestyle. It's a
It's not
lifestyle.
even like that's not. I there's no need to do any investigation. That's just true.
So is it just diaper play for him, or is he like when he gets
Diaper.
home
Is he a
does he like to
slash?
pretend like he's a baby?
Um.
Because there was that on that same
Oh,
show. There was
totally.
that.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
like he
totally.
has like an
Yeah,
adult sized crib that he
yeah.
gets into.
Which I sounds kind of dope. Yeah. Yeah. I will say yes. Full on. It's not just diaper play. It's full on baby play. He's
Yep.
a man baby, baby
Uh,
man.
Near and dear to your heart, Sam Pittman, Arkansas Razorbacks.
I don't know, just however a boss gives it, pretty much.
I think he's into like wild and sloppy sex, like just depraved, like just like they just him and his wife just like will go out back behind a Wendy's and just do stuff.
Uh,
Like they just have wild like he's squealing like a pig while he's out there and she's like squealing. They're both going
I
crazy.
I think he's I think he's just like a lovemaking tactician. Like
Oh
I
no,
think he,
they're going to town. Like he will make
yeah.
stuff happen. But
I think he's the consummate gentleman. I think he's more of like a flowers and chocolates and just a good
no,
old fashioned man.
he's an anytime,
Ma
anywhere kind of guy.
making love to his wife gently but firmly.
No, Sam Pittman doesn't make love. Sam Pittman fucks.
That's a good point. Yeah, yeah, he does. Uh, yeah, all
Moving
right.
going on to him.
Whatever it is, he hits it right. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna
dude, he hits
say.
the spot. Sam Pittman
Yeah,
will fucking hit it.
yeah.
Going from someone who fucks to someone who most for surely does not fuck, we have Brian Kelly.
Yeah, if I hadn't already said incel for Brian Harson,
Chastity. He has like a
oh
chastity
yeah,
belt. Chastity belt.
yeah, he does
His
frame
dick is
someone wearing a
locked
cock
up.
cage. Yeah,
His dick is locked up.
locked up under his little Catholic schoolgirl skirt.
Yep. That's
Uh,
that's all we need to say about him. Like it's pretty obvious, I think.
I mean, like, remember what I said whenever he got hired was, and I got somebody told me I was disgusting for suggesting that he got so much money because there was no way on earth that a college girl would want to have sex with him. Um, and it was just kind of like LSU's insurance policy that they didn't have another dirty dick coach running running around. And I was told I was gross for that, but I feel
No,
like
you're
that's the
100% right. I will
least gross thing I can say. Also,
I will say, like, if Coach O was still here, I probably would have designated him as like the dirtiest fuck. But since he's not, Sam Pittman is like that wild man.
oh yeah, if it was Coach O, it's like uh, you know, inflatable pool rafts in the middle of the Pontchartrain, just like really super dirt. You know, he's into bodies of water, but only really super dirty bodies of water.
Yeah. Uh, Brian Kelly definitely chastity.
Yeah,
Jimbo Fisher's up next.
Jimbo Fisher.
I feel like Jimbo Fisher is into just like the bimbo lifestyle, where like he just wants his wife to be blonde with fake tits. And I don't know what his wife looks like. I'm just gonna assume like when they're home, if she's not blonde, she puts on a blonde wig, and like just acts like a dumb bimbo.
What
He's into
what
that.
is it? What is it called when it's like you're being like financially dominated? You're like a
Oh, like a
pay.
fine dom. Like he's a financial sub.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh yeah,
is.
because he just has all this money. That's why he
Right.
keeps needing more money for these contracts. Is because he has like several different online mistresses
Yeah.
that are like just fine doming him.
Yeah, and he's just a little pig boy making payments.
Oh, just a little piggy bank. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah,
Fisher's a little piggy bank. That's what Nick Saban was calling him out on.
that's right. But I feel like they've got a lot in common.
I think so. I think we'll
Yeah.
get to that one later. But Lane Kiffin's up next.
Oh man. However Matthew McConaughey likes it, that's how Lane Kiffin likes
Yeah,
it.
Lane Kiffin is just like
Just
chasing tail.
all right, all right, all right. You know, he's just cool. He's a
It's like
cool dude.
that's the thing I love about these college girls, man. I keep getting older and they stay the
That's
same
right.
age.
That's right. You know what cool guys do, right? They fuck.
Hey, and
That's
that's why. Hey, it's legal when they're college age because they're usually all at least 18.
yeah. By the way, Layla Kiffin is a fucking smoke
He can pull.
show.
Lane Kiffin can pull.
Yeah. Yeah, Layla's hot. Which by the way, hey, Brett Bielema, by the way, can also pull if we're just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, he can like
Yeah.
magically.
Yeah, dude.
Sometimes
You don't have to
he
worry
just,
about them getting into ass scandals.
oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, Lane Kiffin just will chase his tail.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Mark Stoops for Kentucky.
Um,
This is another tough one in my opinion.
I would say just straight into eating ass, but that also feels like you get a lot of street cred for that these days.
Well,
So I don't think
he's
it's
been on
that.
the up and up. I feel like his players really like him. I could definitely see him eating ass. Like I feel
Yeah.
like he's not into penetrative sex. He's just into like eating ass. And, like that's his thing.
Okay. I think he's just. I think he's more of just like a. I think he just edges himself constantly.
Yeah, well, like while he's eating ass or like while he's eating her out, he's like edging himself while it's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That
Yeah.
works.
That's
Okay.
that's Mark Stoops, I think.
He's into ruined orgasms. Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
Kirby Smart.
He has a little bit of the Lane Kiffin vibe, but
True, but he's like the most vanilla guy on the planet.
yeah.
I gotta feel.
Yeah.
Like if
Good old
anyone's into just
pilgrim
like
sex.
straight up missionary, like for procreation, it's got to be Kirby, right?
Well, since I've decided that Brian Harson is an incel, that frees up missionary, just straight up boring missionary for Kirby.
Like boring. He's got boring football teams for a lot of the time, and he's a boring man, so he's got a boring bedroom. Unless
Okay.
he's hiding something. Unless you're hiding something, Kirby. We'll
Three holes.
we'll have to dig into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we
We'll
have
have to
Nick
think about this
Saban.
one.
Nick Saban's
Dirty,
next.
dirty pig boy. All right, so
So
we
he's
have
not
the theory.
he's not a fine dom like Jimbo Fisher. He's just a straight up sub when he gets home. Miss
Yeah,
K,
no, Jimbo
just
Fisher
like,
was a fine sub.
yeah. Jimbo Fisher was a fine sub. Nick Saban is just like a straight up sub to Miss K.
Just a dirty, dirty pig boy.
Yeah.
I believe Steely Dan had a song about what they like to do, and the name of that song is Peg.
Yes. Nick Saban is 100% into getting pegged.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he's got
And,
to.
like,
You got to
they
flip off that type A personality at some point and just take it in the keister. I
They
mean,
have a
you're
system.
just. Yeah,
For,
he goes home. He doesn't have to think, and he just takes a girthy 8-inch strap on.
And after
from
every
Skate.
loss, it gets bigger.
Yes, yeah. Which I mean, fortunately for him, he doesn't lose a lot of football games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's
Well,
pretty manageable for him.
God, I think half of our viewership is already tuned out to just explore the world of fetish.
That's
for
what
themselves.
we're here for. That's what we're
right.
here for.
We facilitate.
So before we start getting into all the actual meaty stuff that we do, which is the breaking down of the schedules, how was the Belmont for you, buddy? The last leg of the Triple Crown.
It sucks. There's well, I mean, okay, Friday. okay Friday. I left myself like 3 or 4 opportunities to get paid off those like multi-day daily doubles, and I just whiffed on a couple of races. There are also some really kind of, I don't know,
Weird
fucky
stuff. Yeah.
results. Yeah, like Treboven wiring the field in the Manhattan was some real bullshit. I mean, you had there's some horses that are straight up world beaters that just got put into bad situations and didn't win. And I didn't think hard enough on those races apparently. But it's all right. The good thing is that as soon as that race was over, there was another one running 30 minutes after that, and there will be another one running at 30 minutes after that. Like
That's
somewhere on earth, a
you can
horse race.
always, that is what I love about horse racing. And every time I talk to you about it or anybody about it, it's like,
Hmm?
you could shake off those losses so easily because you could just like look ahead and there's something right there in front of you.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I just not the finish I wanted for the Triple Crown, but I also had a pretty good Triple Crown between, the Kentucky Oaks for Kentucky Derby weekend, between the Preakness itself for Preakness weekend, and I mean a decent Friday. I think I hit the late pick four on Friday, which didn't pay much, but I played it multiple times because I didn't think it was going to play much, and so I was at least right about that. And then it was a nice little hit. It wasn't anything huge, but I'm you know, it's this is my favorite part of the year. This is when I usually get my hottest playing the horses is this time of year.
The
I don't know
summer.
what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just summer racing is when I usually do my damage.
Oh, you start, dude. The heat helps you get loose.
I think so. I think that's it. I think that's it. Dude, like I've just been full of like papa problems this week because it was like raining
Yeah, it was.
nonstop.
Yeah, and same in this part of the country. It's been raining and like storming and hailing.
Yeah, I've just been like I've picked up myself some like Delta 8, Delta 9 gummies and stuff, and
That's the
had
stuff.
even like a water soluble spray that you just spray in your mouth like happiness to happiness uh, breath spray, and yeah, dude, it was just I've been feeling arthritic as hell because of like even my hands, like the
Ooh.
joints of my hands are even starting to hurt. My knees are starting to hurt, not just my back and shit. So it was a rough week.
Hopefully, like getting into the dead of summer helps with that because for me, it's just my thing is I just get like sleep deprived, especially on weeks like last week where we had USFL to talk about and then I had the CFL to really prep for.
Right, right, right.
It's a
Yeah,
busy
man.
time. It's fucking busy.
By the way, congratulations on the new CFL show with RVG, man. That's
Oh, it's been
I'm
fun. Rod's a good guy.
Rod is a good guy. I've always really enjoyed anything I've done with Rod. Between like the fantasy draft and the USFL, the USFL draft coverage and stuff. So man, congrats on getting on the rocket ship.
Oh, dude, it's fun. It's a fun. I like the logo for the show too. The CFL gambling podcast. It's gonna be a fun
That,
time.
that's
I'm looking
that's
for it.
cool. That's cool. You guys, come on. You can still flex on the name. I flexed on my names. Y'all should
Oh,
flex
dude,
on your
flex on
names.
the name. It's a. I mean, I didn't pick the name, but I
Of
like it.
course.
It's good, and
Yeah.
like it's a good avenue to talk exclusively CFL. Like it's a cool. It gives me more insight to it. Now I
Yeah.
got like CFL, USFL, A7FL's wrapping up, and then we'll have X League before you know it.
Amazingly, with only 3 fatalities, A7FL is wrapping up.
There was a play, and I wish I would have gotten the video for it. There was a play today where a guy caught a guy catching the football. Like he
A
just
guy
like caught him.
just caught him. That's amazing. Just like a cheerleader just caught him out of the air.
It's
That's awesome.
it's a beautiful beautiful
I mean,
sport.
just I still swear it sounds like wet sacks of meat just
It,
running into each other.
it's literally just two men just full bore just pounding into each other. Which
God, this just kind of falls into our theme of the most highly sexual episode we've ever done.
this is
Other
easily
than our
easily
Coach
the most
O
sexual.
episode, if
Other than the
you
what?
the Coach O leaving with his girlfriend.
Oh, that yeah. This is a close second. These are
Yes,
like 1A 1B.
for sure, for sure. God bless you, Coach O.
God damn it, so much good. I want Coach O on the show.
Yeah, man. Is it time? Are we picking?
It is. It is time. We're on to week 4. We're on
Let's
to
go.
week 4 right now.
Let's do it.
College football and NFL. Starting off Thursday night, West Virginia at Virginia Tech. The Battle of Virginia.
I'm gonna go West Virginia.
I'm also going West Virginia. West Virginia, I think, is like the biggest wild card for me. Where they could win like 9 games or 5 games, and I could see that as realistic.
I agree. Yeah.
Coastal Carolina at Georgia State.
I'll go Coastal.
I'm gonna go Coastal. I think Coastal's primed for a really good season.
Yeah.
Chattanooga at Illinois. I'm gonna go Illinois.
Illinois. Yeah.
Those are your Thursday night games. Now you have Friday. You have Virginia at Syracuse.
Syracuse. Give me
I wanna go
Dino.
Syracuse.
Dino Babes.
I'm gonna go Virginia.
But they don't have Rocky Dick and Balls anymore.
They don't. But I think they're still in a really good spot. I still think they're a good team. Nevada at Air Force. Ooh.
Since it's at Air Force,
I'm
I'm
gonna take
gonna
Air
go
Force.
with Air Force.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Boise
Yeah.
State at UTEP.
Boise State.
I'm gonna go Boise here. Maryland at Michigan.
Have we disagreed yet?
Yes, we disagreed on Virginia Syracuse.
Okay, what month is this Maryland Michigan game
September
taking place?
24th. I'm taking Maryland.
God damn it, I'm taking Maryland. I always pick against Michigan anyway, so
September,
go.
Maryland. Also, this is the game where people start recalling for Jim Harbaugh to get fired again.
yeah, and losing to Maryland would be embarrassing, and John Harbaugh only does the embarrassing thing. So yeah, book it. Maryland wins.
Kent State at Georgia. I'm gonna go Georgia. This is on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. It should be on behind a paywall for snuff content. So
Yeah.
Georgia.
Florida International at Western Kentucky.
Give me the airport.
Damn it. We're agreeing a lot this week. I'm going FIU as well. It's Texas Southern at UTSA.
Fucking meep. Yeah, of course. This just means we're gonna really disagree on the NFL schedule. That's usually how it works.
That's usually how it works out. Sacramento State at Colorado State. Give me CSU, Colorado State.
Sacramento State at Colorado State? Yeah, Colorado State.
UNLV at Utah State. I'm on Utah State there.
Give me the Runner Rebs.
Okay.
I know how bad they were. But I think they were trending up.
They were trending up at the end of the year. If this was at home, I might rock UNLV, but I think Utah State was also trending up near the end of the year. They looked pretty good.
Plus, they had the gigantic turnover slot machine,
which is awesome. It
awesome.
Is.
Yeah.
If any school should still be paying under the table, it should be UNLV. They should
That's
still
right.
be paying players under the table.
Paying their recruits some poker chips.
Yep. Florida Atlantic at Purdue. I'm gonna roll with Purdue.
Yeah, I'm gonna Purdue it also.
New Mexico at LSU.
New Mexico.
Another snuff film.
Just kidding. LSU.
LSU, baby. Western Michigan at San Jose State. Damn it.
Western Mich.
I'm taking Western Mich, but that's going to be a really tough one at San Jose State.
Maybe. I think traveling west. Yeah.
That's the factor for me. Is traveling west is always a hard factor, and I think San Jose State's up for a bounce back because they do not have one Nick Sarkle at quarterback.
That's right. The sky's the limit.
Marshall at Troy. This is a good game.
That will be a good game. I'm gonna go Troy. I'm gonna go with the 5-minute Troy. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a disagreement. I'm going Marshall. UCLA at Colorado.
Give me the Buffs.
This is right when I'm in my thick. I'm predicting this for myself. This will be right when I'm in the thick of really believing in UCLA and on the hype for Dorian Thompson-Robinson for Heisman. I'm gonna say UCLA gets this win, and then they let me down the next week probably.
I mean, probably, but
I'm on UCLA.
I'm gonna go Colorado. It's still Chip Kelly.
A week early, okay.
Yeah.
TCU at SMU, baby.
This will be a good game. You have a new TCU coach for the first time in God knows how long. You still have it just SMU.
I'm gonna go SMU.
What is this for? The skillet or something like that?
Yeah, it's the Iron Skillet.
The Iron Skillet. I'll take TCU.
Okay. I like it. Hawaii at New Mexico State.
Hawaii.
Give me my Rainbow Warriors. Give me Hawaii. Florida at Tennessee. I'm gonna take Tennessee. I'm
I'm gonna go Florida. I'm
gonna take Tennessee, and I'm gonna pray to God that like throughout the season, Josh Heupel gets fatter, because the fatter he gets, the more I actually kind of want to root for Tennessee.
Okay. All right.
Missouri at Auburn.
Missouri.
This is tough.
That's hard. I'm rooting for the bomb.
I was really high on Missouri last year, and they burned me. I'm not making that mistake again. Give me Auburn. Missouri's going to be bad.
Okay.
Vanderbilt at Alabama. Speaking of snuff films.
Yeah. Dirty
baby.
pig boy gets a victory.
Oh, he gets a victory, and then he gets the double victory when he gets home. Baylor at Iowa State. I'm rocking with the Bears.
Yeah, I don't know what Matt Campbell's going to roll out this year at all. Baylor's getting a lot of what they brought it. Baylor's getting a lot back. Yeah, Baylor.
I'm taking Baylor here. I'm with you. I think they're getting a lot.
Sexual assault Bible college. Yes.
I don't know what to think of Iowa State. I really like.
Yeah. No Brees Hall. No Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I'm really thinking they take a step back. Like they're one of those schools like he needs to like they build up. Like give him another like in 3 years again they'll be competing for the Big 12 like title. But like once they lose that many people like years in a row, I don't think Iowa State's a reload school yet.
Yeah, I you know what? What's interesting is I think that's the right fan base for that sort of thing to happen. They'll be like, okay.
The only thing they want is give us 1 or 2 big upsets and they'll be happy.
Yeah, 1 or 2 big upsets in a bowl game.
Yep. And they played for like some really good bowl games too.
Yeah.
Kansas State at Oklahoma.
Man, I don't know what to expect out of Oklahoma. You assume that they're going to be pretty good, but they lost like their entire team. Like their entire team left after Lincoln Riley.
They lost a lot. Kansas State loses their quarterback, but they replace him with one Adrian Martinez.
You have to think that Brent Venables. I feel like, you've had teams that were only built around offense. Now you bring in like the premier defensive coordinator. He's gonna have to completely rebuild that team. I'm going with Kansas State.
I'm also going Kansas State here.
Yeah.
Kansas State also historically plays Oklahoma really tough. Like they play these like good Big 12 teams tough. Yeah. I think they can get a dub here.
Ever since L. Roberson and Darren Sproles.
Damn right. Texas at Texas Tech is next.
Texas Tech.
I'm on Texas. I'm not super high on Tech.
I don't care.
I hope to God you're right.
Yeah.
But my head won't let me. Middle Tennessee at Miami at Florida. I'm gonna go Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arizona at Cal.
Give me Arizona.
I'm gonna go Berkeley. I'm gonna go Cal. That's not like a huge upset, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Cal.
Yeah.
Oregon at Washington State. New head coach at Oregon.
Yeah. Who do you have at Washington? The interim became the head at Washington State.
I think they still play for him. I'm gonna go Washington State here.
Okay, I'm with you.
Stanford at Washington.
Stanford.
I'm gonna go Washington. I can't back Stanford. I'm sorry.
Okay.
USC at Oregon State. Now, does Oregon State become Lincoln Riley's Iowa State?
I'm going Oregon State.
I'm gonna go Oregon State too. I think this will be USC's like first roadblock, their first stumbling point.
There we go.
Bowling Green at Mississippi State.
Mississippi
State. Utah at Arizona State.
Utah.
I'm gonna go Arizona State here. This is where we're starting to disagree now.
Play to win the game. Yeah, as soon as you get west of the Rockies is when we start thinking some crazy shit's gonna happen. You know.
North Texas at Memphis. This will be a high flying game. Give me North Texas though.
Yes, they mean and they green and they cantankerous as hell. Give me the mean green.
Wisconsin at Ohio State. I'm going to Ohio State here, and I'm going to Ohio State
Uh,
fairly comfortably.
yeah, I think so too.
I think I'm not going to be like breaking any way of saying this. Ohio State's my pick to win the national championship this year.
Ooh, I hate that. I hate everything that
I
you just
mean,
said.
I hate it, but like, who else are you going to pick?
I mean, that's a good point, but
It's like
also,
them or
I
Alabama.
all right, right. Hold on. I mean, we're in a new day of football with the transfer portal with NIL. Like, who's to say that someone else didn't like under the radar put together just like a badass team that could challenge everybody used to say that's bullshit.
I'm
That
trying
yeah,
to
it's
think
probably
like the only
college
other
or
like the
State.
big transfer portal team is like USC, and not a fucking chance is USC play. Not let alone I don't even think USC is playing in the playoffs to get even close to the odds that they're getting. And like Alabama is the favorite.
The
Georgia's
thing
up
with
there, but I don't think
the,
Georgia repeats because that
the th-
defense isn't going to be the same. And I
the
don't think
thing with
Clemson's going to be good enough.
USC was that USC wasn't at all like devoid of talent, and so like I don't know, like I feel
True, but
like
I don't
US
think like even if they make the playoffs, I don't think Lincoln Riley's like a national championship coach. Like you look
no.
like those Oklahoma teams were super talented,
Yeah,
and
let's think of him that team just falling apart against that Baker Mayfield team falling apart against Georgia
even
a
then
few
that
years
like that
ago.
game was super competitive. That was a close game, but like
Yeah,
the other times when they played LSU, and yeah, that LSU team was insane.
yeah.
But like the other time where they played Alabama, they to be fair to them, to those Oklahoma teams, they did have to go up against like two of the most dominant offenses that we've ever seen.
And they had to go against Saban with more than 1 week to prepare.
Yeah,
With more than 7 days to prepare is the most just the dirtiest motherfucker out there.
it's
Dirty, dirty pig boy.
it's really dirty.
Dirty pig boy.
Next
Dirty
game though
pig
is
boy.
Iowa at Rutgers. I'm gonna go Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to pull the trigger there, but I
He
couldn't.
plays, dude.
Iowa.
They play too clean. Like Iowa, like they'll beat the bad teams just by not making mistakes.
They beat, a lot of teams by fielding 11 tight ends at one time.
It works. It works
Yeah.
sometimes, especially when you don't like. The only time it doesn't work is if you're in a bowl game and you decide to punt while you're up and it's a 4th and inches. You
Yeah, tight
fucking
ends aren't
coward.
great. Tight ends aren't great at punting either.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minnesota at Michigan State. This is a tough one.
Minnesota, row the boat. So aren't they getting Ibrahim back?
Yeah, he's coming back. I'm gonna go Minnesota as well. I think he's a big factor.
Yeah.
Boston College at Florida State.
Florida State.
Give me the Eagles, baby.
Okay,
Give me Boston
that's
College.
that's a shot worth taking. I agree. Go for it. I approve that.
Speaking of which, Clemson at Wake Forest.
Wake, Quake for
Baby.
Wake.
Give me Wake. Give me Wake. And if this happens, we will have one Jabari Williams on to talk about because he's a Wake Forest guy.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, hell yes.
Navy at ECU. Oh, this is another tough one.
Navy, give me Navy. Listen, man,
I'm gonna go Navy.
that guy doesn't usually have multiple bad seasons, so he's coming
I
off
feel
of
like
two
we've been saying
straight.
that for like 3 or 4 years in a row now.
He's coming off of two straight. He's coming off of two straight. So he's not gonna have a third.
Buffalo at I'm with you on Navy, by the way. Buffalo at Eastern Michigan. EMU, baby. I'm working on a directional mesh hype video, by the way.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
Eastern Mich.
Feel the directional niches. Yeah. Go Eastern
Arkansas
Mich.
State at ODU.
Wolves
Arkansas
up.
State.
Arkansas State. Fun
Yeah.
Belt.
James Madison at Appalachian State. This
Man,
could be a
I
banger.
really think that James Madison is going to make some noise. I really do, but I also think it's really tough to play in Boone, North Carolina at Appalachian State.
That's a super tough place to play.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go App State, but I probably would bet JMU to cover though.
I'm going App State as well. Another since I was just talking about him, Jabari Williams. They played at App State when he was at Wake. He got spit on by a fan.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They were going into the locker room at halftime, and a fan spit on him, and then he just mentioned he blacked out, and next thing he remembers, he was being like drug off the fan by his teammates.
Yeah.
So him and 2 strength coaches for Wake Forest jumped in the stands and just started beating ass.
That's how things go in Appalachia. I can say that confidently because I've been rewatching Justified, and
Nice.
it's the same neck of the woods.
Oh, that's a great show too.
Yep.
Louisiana at ULM.
ULM still has Boogie Night, right?
They do, and it's a new head coach for Louisiana.
Yeah, and you still got Terry Bowden at ULM, though you don't have Rich Rod anymore. I'm still riding the Boogie Night train.
Where did
Give me
Rich
Boogie
Rod
Night.
go again?
I don't remember, but I think he took his son with him.
I'm gonna look this up, but I'm also gonna go.
He went to HBCU. Is he with Dion now?
Yep. At
Jackson
no,
State?
no, no. Dion's at Jackson State, right?
Yeah.
Or is it Jacksonville?
No, he's at Jackson State.
Yeah, Rich Rod's at Jacksonville State.
Okay.
The real Gamecocks.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a defensive. What the fuck is his position there?
Defensive quality control coordinator.
No, what the fuck kind of thing is that?
This can't be the same Rich Rodriguez.
Oh, he
This is
played
Rich-
D-back in college.
Oh, but he's always been an offensive coach. Okay. All right. Are you sure this is Richard W. Rodriguez? Or are you looking at Richard J. Rodriguez? Or is it Richard Q. Rodriguez?
No, this is the Rich Rod.
Huh. Interesting. Just reinventing himself.
Yeah,
Maybe he's got a brain tumor.
Let me see. No, he's the head coach.
Okay.
He's the head coach. He's the head coach. I'm just stupid. He's the head coach. I'm just really dumb. But
I
yeah,
remember my first time using Wikipedia.
Notre Dame at North Carolina.
North Carolina. No,
I'm
Notre
gonna go
Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
La Tech at South Alabama. I'm gonna go USA. I'm also gonna bet. I'm gonna just say it right now. I'm gonna be betting the over in this game probably.
I'm gonna go USA too. La Tech was bad last
They're
year.
real bad, and USA is pretty decent. They're like a 5-7, 6-6 team every year consistently.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Fordham at Ohio. I'm rolling
Ohio.
I'm rolling the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Shout out Bobcat graduate Nathan Rourke for having a fucking great opening week of the CFL.
All right.
He balled the fuck out. Also, he's from Canada. Didn't know that until this week.
What you knew about that?
Up next we have Indiana at Cincinnati. I'm gonna take Cincinnati in that one.
I agree.
Even though I think Desmond Ridder did play a major factor in Cincinnati's success, I still think Cincinnati's a better team than Indiana.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Arkansas versus Texas A&M. Quote unquote neutral site at Arlington.
You realize that we don't have a true road game until the second week of October.
That's weird.
Yeah. We get Cincinnati at home. We get South Carolina at home.
This is basically a road game though.
We get Missouri State at home. We get neutral game. I mean, I think it's about as neutral as it gets though, whenever you see the composition of that crowd.
Yeah, because Arlington, like how far is Arlington? How far is that from like
It's like a 5-hour drive at most from
that
Little
ain't
Rock.
too bad. That's not
No,
too bad.
it's not. No, it's very. I mean, it's very. And plus, you have to consider a lot of Arkansas students themselves have family in the DFW. Like a lot of Arkansas students come
That
from
and
Dallas.
like the fact that you're going to like Central Texas because Houston's all the way down in like Eastern Texas. You're
Yeah,
kind of
Houston
driving
is
like
a
a
haul.
similar distance. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, it's a. They call it a neutral site. It feels like a true neutral site. It's a pretty even crowd. You know, it's almost like cocktail party kind of split. So I mean, of course, I'm picking Arkansas here because one, we have A&M's number. We know it, and two, fuck A&M, fuck Texas in general.
Yeah, fuck A&M for sure. This was kind of like a really close game last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But it's always a close game, no matter what team is good or what team is bad. Since the Petrino days, it's always been a really close game.
I will give you. I will tell you for a fact. I bet Texas A&M is going to be favored in this game because people seem to be really high on them this year. I am going to be rolling Arkansas to get the upset and to easily cover. Texas A&M, they're going to win 9-10 games tops.
I agree.
Sorry, but that's just your fate, Texas A&M. Ball State at Georgia Southern. I'm gonna take
Give me the
Georgia
fighting
Southern.
Dave. I'm gonna go with the fighting David Lettermans.
I like it. I'm taking Georgia Southern. Central Michigan at Penn State. Make it happen, please.
Central Mich.
Please.
Where's
God
your
damn it, I want to
direction,
will it.
Penn State?
Give me Central Michigan, but like
That's right.
I think
Goddamn
Penn
right.
State gets that dub, but I really
Shut
want
up.
Central Michigan
You
to
shut
win.
your whore mouth.
I'm gonna will this. The
You shut your
Chippewas
fucking
will
mouth.
have a fucking breakout year. They'll be the next directional Mich to go undefeated.
Okay. Okay, that's what I'm talking
Because
about. That's what I'm talking about.
we can't
too.
pick every directional Mich to go undefeated because they play each other.
Yeah, so we say Central Mich overall. We fire up Chips.
I think we fire up Chips this year.
Let's fire up Chips.
Fuck yeah, I'm down. Charlotte at South Carolina.
Give me the clit.
I'm taking the game. It's the clit versus the cocks. I'm taking the cock, baby. This is our most sexual episode, I think.
This is by far. Yeah, just I don't know. Yeah, no, wait. Give me.
I'm taking South Carolina.
Yeah, I'll take South Carolina.
Duke at Kansas. Boy, howdy, is this a shit game.
Give me Kansas.
I'm taking Kansas. I think Kansas is, strangely enough, who would have thought that like 5 years ago? It's like Kansas is in a better spot than Duke after David Cutcliffe has like been making Duke what they were.
Dude.
Duke's real bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me Kansas. UMass at Temple. I'm going to take Temple.
I'm gonna take Temple also.
Georgia Tech at UCF. I'm going to take UCF.
Georgia Tech.
I knew you were going to take Georgia Tech. That was an easy one.
Gus Malzahn shall not win.
Houston Baptist at Texas State.
Texas State.
Give me Texas State. Miami of Ohio at Northwestern.
Northwestern.
Oh, maybe not. I'm going to take Miami.
All right.
Northwestern drops these weird games, and then they'll like beat someone they have no right to beat. Give me Miami. NIU at Kentucky.
NIU.
I'm going to take Kentucky. I think NIU's luck ran out. They used up a lot of luck last year, and they're not.
Bruce doesn't need luck.
I still think they're going to be a really good MAC team, but they got really lucky with like their one-score games.
Yeah, they did. But
Rice,
I'm on a mission.
Rice at Houston.
Houston.
I'm going to go Houston. Southern Miss at Tulane. I'm going to go Tulane.
Tulane.
Tulsa at Ole Miss. This could be a fun game. I'm going to go Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
UConn at NC State. Give me NC State. Give me the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
USF at Louisville. I'm going to go Louisville.
Yeah.
Wyoming at BYU could be interesting, but I'm going to roll BYU. I actually expect pretty big things out of BYU this year.
I do too. That's actually one of the. I'm going to pick Arkansas to go 12-0 on here, but I think in reality, I think that's one of Arkansas's losses this year is when they go to BYU.
It could. It very well could. They're going to be a really good team.
Yep.
Rhode Island at Pitt. I'm going to roll Pitt. Like I think Pitt takes a step back, but they're not going to be that bad.
I completely forgot that Rhode Island was a state, so give me Pitt.
Yeah, I think it's like a tax haven state, isn't it?
That and Delaware, I completely forget that they exist. Also,
like
the
same
Dakotas. I often forget that the Dakotas exist. I understand if you don't because
they're right next to me.
They're right next to you, and it'd be like me forgetting that like Texas or like Tennessee exists. But still, I sometimes forget the Dakotas exist.
You can forget about Tennessee. It's fine.
Yeah, all right.
Toledo at San Diego State. I'm going to go SDSU.
I'm going to agree with you, even though the best player in San Diego State went to the pros.
It's true. Akron at Libibity.
Akron.
I'm going to go Libibity. Libibity gets the dub. I feel like we agreed a lot.
We did. Then we switched it up with my own.
Part of it. There was a good part of it where we didn't.
My own personal grudges.
Moving on to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Starting up Thursday night. The Miami Dolphins take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are at home.
Dolphins.
I gotta go Bengals here. I think they're in a better position. I think Joe Burrow's like a huge difference maker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I think this will be a really good game. But I think the Bengals come out with the dub. I think Joe Burrow's that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins.
I hope so. I hope this is like a breakout year for Tua non.
I believe in your team even when you don't believe in your team.
I really want this to be a breakout year for Tua non and for Tua to just ball out. I'm really hoping. I'm trying to will that to existence.
Oh no, like I think he'll get injured in the first game and they'll do it with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, they'll bring back
Bring
Fitzpatrick
back
out of
yeah,
retirement.
retirement, yeah.
Who are the
Fitzpatrick.
Dolphins' backup quarterback? I know they have that
Josh
K-State guy. Don't know, my God. So they have Skylar Thompson. Don't fucking tell me if this is true. Don't tell me. It's showing here like that it might be the Butler. It might be Teddy Bridgewater.
Ooh, steady Teddy.
Let me check out the Miami Dolphins depth.
Teddy two gloves.
Let's see quarterback. It is fucking Teddy Bridgewater. God damn it. I really...
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is going to take you to the promised land.
No.
For one, he's right-handed.
I don't care.
And I'm saying this is a left-hander. I'm saying this is a left-hander.
No, Tua's going to ball
I'm
out.
prejudiced against left-handed quarterbacks. I hate them. I hate left-handed quarterbacks.
Tua's going to ball out. Minnesota Vikings at the New Orleans Saints.
Saints.
This is not a primetime game. I'm gonna take the Vikings here. I'm sorry. Psych! I'm taking the Saints. Give me Jameis.
That's what I'm talking about.
This
That's
is
what I'm
early
talking
season
about.
Jameis Winston. Give me the Saints, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Browns at the Falcons. Is Deshaun gonna play this season?
Give me the Falcons. Yeah.
Either way, give me the Falcons.
Yeah.
What if Deshaun Watson doesn't play and they have to start Baker Mayfield? What the fuck?
I mean, who's to say that Baker Mayfield's still going to be on that team by that point, though?
That's fair.
Like,
I don't know if he could get a trade for him, though.
Well, I mean, he's demanded a trade at this point. So what happens when he doesn't make the trade? Like, is he even going to show up to training camp or anything?
I think. Well, then he starts getting fined.
Sure. But at the same time, like, they have to fix that. They need a starting caliber quarterback, especially if Deshaun Watson's going to be suspended for any significant amount of time.
They kind of don't have any wiggle. What do they have to offer?
Right. So they probably have to trade him for, Baker Mayfield for at least like a short-term solution. Hell, you might have Sam Darnold as the starting quarterback at Cleveland for that game.
You could. Either way,
So,
even if it is
Falcons.
Deshaun, give me the Falcons.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills at the Baltimore Ravens. This will be a good game, I think.
This will be a great game. I'm actually, because it feels like one of those like early season games that the Bills could let slide. I'm going to go Ravens here.
I'm going to go Bills. The Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys.
Just because that name is so gross, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Also, Carson Wentz.
The Carson Wentz is the main factor for me. If they were starting Taylor Heineke, I feel like this would be an easy choice.
Do you remember last year when we were doing this, and you were like, I don't understand why you don't like Carson Wentz, and I don't.
I know. And
I told you he was born to lose,
dude. His entire offensive personality is a pass interference offense.
Yeah.
He throws up there and prays that like the other team gets called for a PI, which in the NFL works because it's a spot foul.
Yeah, I lost respect for him when the city of Philadelphia mentally broke him.
They really fucked him up.
They fucked that dude up, and he's gonna have to play against them twice.
The Seattle Seahawks at the Detroit Lions.
God, give me the Lions,
Lion
man.
up, baby.
I'm all about the Lions.
I think we're gonna have to hammer the Lions win total.
I think we might have to. Yes.
The LA Chargers at the Houston Texans. Take the Chargers there.
Chargers for sure.
That could be an upset though. I could see like Houston doing some weird. Chargers could just charger and just like lose a weird game here and there.
Yeah.
Titans at the Colts.
Titans.
I'm also gonna go Titans. That's an interesting one.
That is an interesting matchup. I don't think the Colts are going to be as bad this year because they don't have Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I think Matt Ryan, like if he kind of
That's a big upgrade
himself, I think he's a big upgrade. I think he still has a lot to prove.
I'm of the mindset that anybody over Carson Wentz is a big upgrade.
Drew Bledsoe over Carson
Drew Bledsoe.
Oh,
Drew Lock over Carson Wentz. That's too far. That's
That's
mean. That was mean. Everything else not, but that was.
The Chicago Bears at the New York Football Giants.
Give me the football Giants.
I'm also on the Giants here. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to roll with the Eagles.
God, the Eagles got so much better. Much better.
I think we're both pretty high on the Eagles.
Yeah, we are. I think that's your NFC East champ.
I think so. Too. The New York Football Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Give me the Jets.
I'm going to go Steelers. I'm going to go the Steelers here. The Cardinals at the Panthers. I'm going to go the Cardinals.
This is September Cardinals, right?
This is still September. No. Sunday, October 2nd.
Ooh. But it's still the Panthers.
It is still the Panthers. Probably with
Give me
either Sam Darnold or
Baker Mayfield.
or Baker Mayfield or maybe Cam Newton?
Maybe Cam Newton. Jesus Christ. What has happened to the quarterback play in this league?
Unless they start PJ Walker, the Panthers are not winning this game.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious to me if PJ Walker gets the start and they win this one just because Arizona looked really bad.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no. Give me the Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah.
The Patriots at the Packers. This could also be a good game. This is a good game.
Give me the Pats.
I'm gonna go the Packers.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man. I don't know. I really think that Green Bay is going to have a colossally bad year.
I still think,
and a lot of that is just because fuck Aaron Rodgers.
That's fair. I mean, fuck Aaron Rodgers, but he's still a really good quarterback.
Yeah, but who's he gonna throw the ball to?
I don't know if that matters like a ton.
It does, though.
It does a little bit. I think they're gonna be kind of all right. And that defense for the Packers, I think, is gonna really improve too, though.
All right.
Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas
Raiders.
Give me the Raiders, baby. Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's a good game.
Give me the Chiefs.
Damn it. Give me the Bucks. I think the defense is kind of the main factor here. That I still like the Bucks defense better than the Chiefs defense to make the big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Monday night, LA Rams at the San Francisco 49ers.
Fuck.
Who are the 49ers going to bring out there as quarterback?
I know, but here's the deal. You have the Rams going to San Francisco.
Also, Shanahan has McVay's number.
Yes, exactly. I'll take the 49ers, even though I'm so over the 49ers, though. I'm so over the 49ers. I hate the 49ers now. Hate them. But yeah, they probably win this game, weirdly. Just weirdly come out and just crush souls and buttholes.
I'm on the 49ers as well. That'll do it for week 4, and that'll do it for this episode of the Jimnasium. My man Chase, where can the people find you? You about to be finding me asleep in this here bed. I'm worn out, Jim. We almost went to midnight tonight. I am very tired, and I still have to record my USFL recap for the week. Get that. Bye, dude. We're out of here. Let's fucking go. Give the show a like. Give it a follow. Follow Chase out of Oakland on Twitter. Follow me at XFL Jim. We love you guys. Appreciate you. Stay sexual. I'm going to end with that. Stay sexual, everybody. Sex positive. We're sex positive. We're a sex positive podcast. We're a sex positive spring football pod. Damn right.